The city is looking for an investor for Old City Hall.
The Tacoma Mall sub-area plan has been approved.
And we have the dates you need for summer fun.
All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster.
And I'm Laura Proctor. The City of Tacoma has issued a request for proposal to purchase Old City Hall located at 625 South Commerce Street. The city envisions a high-quality development that will contribute to the vitality of the district.
Within the last several years, Tacoma has enjoyed an economic resurgence after the recession. And we are so excited to put the RFP out for Old City Hall to capitalize on the momentum that we have. People are discovering more about Tacoma and its vibrancy, its opportunity for new housing and new commercial opportunities, new restaurants and retail services, as well as almost 4 million square feet of new industrial development that we've not seen in a very, very long time. So this is an opportune time for people to rediscover Tacoma's downtown.
Developers will have an opportunity to tour the property in late June, and proposals are due by 5 p.m. on July 31st.
The city's Historic Preservation Office has a resource for residents looking for ways to learn about Tacoma's history. The city and community partners are hosting guided walking tours in June and July and have also created a self-guided tour for people who can't make an event. For a full listing, visit the Walking Tours page. Tacoma Power is currently making some highly visible improvements along a major North Tacoma corridor, removing some historic landmarks. John Phillips tells us about it.
Most Tacomans instantly recognize the old rusting power transmission towers along North 21st Street. They've been here for 93 years, decades before the busy arterial was completed. Now they're coming down.
The towers, in the best terms, are tired. It's not that they are, structurally unsafe, but at this point, with the way the system is growing, we need to put some larger conductors up, and these structures are not designed for those.
To enhance the reliability of the electric system, 19 old structures and the wires in the mile-and-a-half corridor between Westgate and the Cushman substation are being replaced by 12 sleek new steel poles.
So far the project's going way better than we expected. The streetscape will look a lot better, and of course that'll allow our Public Works Department to come back and rebuild the street to the latest designs and street standards.
The original towers were constructed in the 1920s to deliver power to a growing city from the utility's new Cushman hydroelectric project, created in the wilderness of the Olympic Mountains 45 miles west of town.
It allowed for the development of the north end of Tacoma, and it supported the copper smelter in Ruston.
The Potlatch Line, as it's called, is historically significant. President Calvin Coolidge was in on the ceremonial energizing of the power line across the Tacoma Narrows. Then it was the world's longest single span of electric wire. Decades later, a piece of that history is being donated to the Tacoma Historical Society. This large insulator was salvaged from the first tower demolition last month and will eventually go on display.
Our task here is to keep Tacoma history alive.
In a few months, the new transmission line will be alive too, on modern steel poles. The improvements will cost Tacoma Power about $8 million. Although a piece of Tacoma's history is disappearing,
it's good progress. It's good progress. These are ugly towers.
Some neighbors are happy to see the changes.
Oh yeah, it looks like it'll take up about half as much room.
Compared to 1926, the Potlatch Line delivers a much smaller yet important portion of the electricity needed by Tacoma Power customers today. This summer's modernization ensures that reliable electric supply for many more decades. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
The work will go on through September. You can find out more about the project on North 21st Street and get construction updates online at mytpu.org/21 Street. Changes are in store in the city's code when it comes to renting.
When we come back from the break, we'll find out what these will mean to both renters and landlords. Don't go away. The Tacoma City Council recently passed a temporary ordinance that gives renters more notice that their rental agreement is ending when the landlord issues eviction notices due to a change of use, substantial renovation, or demolition of the dwelling. Here to discuss the ordinance with us is Sergio Flores, the Employment Standards Manager for the City of Tacoma. Hi, Sergio. Welcome to the show.
Hello, and thank you for having me. It is a pleasure.
Well, we're glad to have you here. So Sergio, tell us, how does the ordinance impact landlords in Tacoma?
The new law requires that landlords who have month-to-month rentals provide a 90-day written notice to their tenants before ending a month-to-month rental agreement if the unit will be demolished, changed in use, or substantially renovated.
Okay. So are there any landlord-tenant meeting requirements?
There is, and thank you for asking. That's a really good point. Before the landlord provides the 90-day notice, the landlord is also required to have at least 10 days that notice is given to the tenant, a landlord-tenant meeting. And the law also requires that at least 7 days before that meeting, the landlord provides the tenant at least 7 days notice of that meeting. So 7 days before the meeting, a notice must be given, then the meeting, and then 10 days after the meeting, the 90-day notice must be given to the tenants.
All right, awesome. So Sergio, can you explain to our viewers a little bit about what change of use means?
Absolutely. Change of use is the conversion of a dwelling unit, such as an apartment, from residential to non-residential, or from residential to a different type of residential use. For example, converting an apartment building to a retirement home. Another type of change in use would be converting an apartment building, a residential unit, to a temporary hotel. So those are the types of change in use.
Thank you. And so for the renters, or the tenants, what would they do if they had a complaint?
If the tenants have a complaint, they can call our office. The easiest way to do it is to call 311. Just dial 311 and that phone call will be routed to our office, and we will do an intake interview and then open an investigation if there is reason to believe that the law has been violated.
Okay, great. Well, that has been some very helpful information. I know it's been a bit of a challenge for a lot of the tenants who are dealing with this issue right now. So we certainly appreciate everything that the council has done and your office. And so we look forward to hearing more about the upcoming changes to this issue. So thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Up next, we'll find out more about the city's plan to address affordable housing.
The City of Tacoma has been working with its community partners to create a comprehensive action strategy on affordable housing. Maria Lee has this story.
With a focus on making community-informed, data-driven decisions, the city and its community partners had organized a series of community listening sessions.
So with the listening sessions, we're trying to hear from the community. What are their lived experiences that they or their loved ones or family, friends, whomever are experiencing, to help us understand what are people out in the community dealing with, what issues they're struggling with, to help inform possible recommendations and strategies that we come forward with.
The city will also study infill, density, inclusionary zoning, targets, and costs. The goal? To develop a more cohesive approach addressing this important issue, one that reflects better programmatic alignment throughout the city and its community partners. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
More information regarding the city's effort to develop a comprehensive action strategy on affordable housing is available online. Tacoma's aspiring entrepreneurs and small businesses have a resource to help them get free professional counseling and mentoring. South Sound Tacoma Score is a team of nationally certified mentors who provide a resource library, information about local workshops, and mentorships. The team is also looking for new mentors to join. For more information, go to their website.
For kids needing to let out some energy and use their imaginations during the heat, Metro Parks has a fun and wet solution. With 10 spray ground locations, Metro Parks spray grounds are open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. now through September 3rd. All spray grounds are free. For more information, go to metroparkstacoma.org/spraygrounds. Paws in the Park, featuring the Dog-a-thon, is back again on Saturday, July 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The name of this popular event has slightly changed to be inclusive of all animals. What hasn't changed is the event's location at Fort Steilacoom Park in Lakewood. Enjoy scenic trails, pet-related booths, contests, food trucks, and more. Join over 1,000 other animal advocates and their furry friends for an event that benefits pets in need at the Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County. There will also be adoption areas with dogs, kittens, and rabbits looking for their fur ever homes. To find out more, visit their website. After the break, we'll learn what comes next with the Tacoma Mall sub-area plan.
And we'll find out when some of our favorite summer events are scheduled. Stay with us. For the past 3 years, a plan has taken shape to help form the future of the Tacoma Mall neighborhood. Stacy Ellifrit has more on how this plan will be used to guide growth while promoting the neighborhood's distinct qualities.
After many years of planning and community engagement, the Tacoma Mall Neighborhood Sub-Area Plan was adopted in May 2018. It's a plan that focuses on growth for the nearly 600-acre area.
It's a regional growth area in the city of Tacoma, so we are preparing for thousands of people to move into that community, thousands of jobs to come in that community. But with that, we got to address issues around transportation, make sure there is more busing, making sure that there are more bike paths and places for people to walk and get around safely. So I think people are excited for the changes that's going to be happening in that community.
Zoning changes, along with new planning and policy actions, were put together to help the neighborhood realize its potential as a thriving, walkable, and transit-ready urban neighborhood.
So it's a plan to help that growth to happen, to attract investment, new people. And how do we do that? It's by building a great neighborhood.
This plan was based on ambitious growth goals to double the jobs and triple the housing in the area over a number of years. Key actions were laid out to help handle that growth.
That was all handled in a comprehensive environmental review. Now we have a huge body of information and resources. We know what's needed and when over those next 20 years to make growth occur in a positive way here. Through this package, the city has now adopted our first inclusionary zoning requirement. What that means is when large-scale development takes place, it will actually be required to include a small percentage of affordable housing in their developments. So that, as well as many other steps, a long list of capital projects, how the city is going to invest over the next 5, 10, 20 years, how other public agencies and businesses in the community can take steps over that time to bring about the vision.
Community members have been part of the planning from the beginning and are excited for the future.
We are important here for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is right over to my left shoulder, the mall. I am hoping that we are able to attract a grocery store, a drugstore, build a community center, have a park for the kids, and for us adults too.
Now that the planning has been approved, the community is being asked to help guide future plans.
For this plan to work and for the vision to come about, it needs to be owned broadly by the community. And so I would really encourage, if you live here, if you own a business here, or if you just come here and enjoy going shopping at the mall or other businesses, take a look in here, take ownership over some of the actions that are in this plan, and hold the city accountable. Let your council members know what you think should be done first.
The sub-area plan is ready for review and lays out these dynamic steps to re-envision the neighborhood as a vibrant destination.
It's been a long time coming. This is a very long process to do a sub-area plan. I think council members are satisfied, our stakeholders are satisfied, and our business community is satisfied with the outcome of this, and we're just all extremely excited to see how it all comes in fruition.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Ellifrit.
The city is looking forward to partnering with residents, businesses, and the broader community to implement this plan. You can review the final planning packet by visiting the Tacoma Mall neighborhood site.
A Tacoma summer tradition is almost here. The Taste of Tacoma returns to Point Defiance Park June 22nd through the 24th. Over 40 South Sound restaurants will be on hand serving a variety of different types of food. There will also be bands and entertainment on 5 stages, as well as live cooking demonstrations and cook-offs. The Taste of Tacoma always attracts a lot of people, so parking can be a little hard to find. No worries though, because you can park at Tacoma Community College and ride Pierce Transit for free. For a list of participating restaurants or to time your visit with a certain band that will be playing, head to the Taste of Tacoma website. Then mark your calendar for Tacoma's Freedom Fair, Washington State's largest 4th of July celebration. Located along the shores of Ruston Way, Freedom Fair is a fun, family-friendly way to spend the day with an air show, 6 stages of live music, car shows, food, and of course, a fantastic fireworks display. For more information on the events taking place during Freedom Fair, visit freedomfair.com. And just a reminder, the possession and use of personal fireworks is illegal in the city of Tacoma. If you're caught, you can receive a $257 fine. So take in the fireworks display at Freedom Fair instead.
That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report.
A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.